St. Charles, we said it really is such a family community. There's a deep culture in St. Charles that has been maintained at a great level. We decided to call it the Fox Haven Square, a gathering place right across the street from the high school where families could go. We're Italian, but piazza didn't fit, right? So when you look at St. Charles, right, it's a haven. It's got so much culture and history behind it that the Fox Haven Square, we felt that it really fit the stigma of what you get in St. Charles, the old warehouses, down North Avenue, and how do we bring that here? And
a safe place you break bread, you meet friends, you meet loved ones, and that's really what we wanted to connotate with the name.
And we really hand-selected all of the restaurateurs, of which we have a deep relationship because of our food service company. We selected what we thought was going to be good for St. Charles. So it's going to be a meeting place, not only to entertain, to eat, but to hang out. And the East Side really didn't have that. It's long overdue.
I remember us going out to the piece of property that has been vacant for 20 years and you both being so excited about it, and I got excited because, to your point, we haven't had much entertainment on the East Side, and this is just incredible for our community that you're bringing these wonderful restaurants. The residential area is growing over there and people have been asking for this for quite some time. So for us, this is a huge win for St. Charles.
It started as a search for a land site to build an office because we're outgrowing our office in this building. We toured a few sites, and the one that we're building on, we grew up right down the street, our whole family. And the thought was, it's a great corner, the accessibility, the amount of traffic, 40,000 cars each day past Kirk and more on North Avenue. The parking is ample, and we're adding brand new sidewalks from Foxfield to North Avenue.
In the wintertime, we want to piggyback all that St. Charles does when we talk about family and getting together. Scarecrow Fest, Christmas, St. Patty's Day. St. Charles has always got an event going on. The Haven is going to tie itself, Laura, to everything you do. At Christmas time, we're going to create Disney Wonderland there. And that's the other thing that we communicated to all of the vendors that we brought there. We did not only want a restaurateur there, we want to give the families an experience. They're going to come out 2-3 days a week. We want for this to be their place to go.
The star of the show, I think, is definitely going to be Brad Parker and his new concept, first of its kind in his restaurant group. 20,000 square feet, rooftop island bar, several pickleball courts. He's also going to do bocce. He's going to do duck pin bowling, a true hospitality entertainment destination. Laura, I got to give Laura a plug because she set us up with a great tenant called Taco Mucho. Their food is phenomenal. They're great people. We could really use a great Hispanic concept in this area. We also secured Eric Bayless from the Fat Poor Hopsmith Group. So they're going to be doing a sports bar, higher end sports bar, brewery. Their food's impeccable. Also, Fire and Wine in the Giamia Group, they're going to be taking that space.
They're iconic in the Tri-City area, so their hospitality groups are really fit well within the culture of St. Charles. So we were excited that he saw that expansion to the East Side. Although he has 2 restaurants downtown, he felt that there was a need.
One of the last tenants we signed is Rosebud Steakhouse. We showed them the site. We talked about what we're bringing here, and they were all for it. I mean, they jumped on board right away. And we think a higher end steakhouse is something that's desperately needed. And then last but not least, we secured a coffee roaster called Full of Beans. Family run business and just a great concept. The coffee, the breakfast sandwiches. I mean, we really think it'll enhance and bring some traffic in the mornings and the lunch periods.
It'll be a destination for people to go, do their work, hang out.
We also acquired the Jewel and the existing retail strip there. So you have your Jewel that serves most of St. Charles, I would say. You have your nail salon, you have your fitness use, med spa, dining out. It's really about how can we service lifestyle needs for everyone, from a child all the way up into retired age folks. And so we're rounding all that out with the remaining space.
It's creating spaces for families. I'm also a parent, so I want my children to have things to do here, not just necessarily hanging out on streets, but for them to be able to go and have coffee and ice cream and maybe cruise the plaza with their friends is very cool, because then they stay in St. Charles and do things. When I came into office, that was one of my missions, was to bring growth and businesses and places and experiences for people. Eddie, you talked a lot about experiences and just having that plaza and having the pickleball concept. People can do everything here now in St. Charles. And that's what I want them to do, is not leave St. Charles, but come to St. Charles for everything.
I think, Laura, if you go back to the first meeting there and really what you wanted in St. Charles, we shrunk some of the buildings to increase the size of the piazza. And I think the common thing that we talked about a lot was giving the experience. And you heard me say that when I was recruiting the members to be there. It was picking the right group of folks that would contribute back to the community. We said, how are we going to be different and really make it a destination entertainment area? We kept tweaking it, working with staff down to the sidewalks to really making it the right size, the right mix. We all had contribution to this thing. It's really been a community effort to bring something to St. Charles to deliver upon an expectation.
This was a big project. There was so many facets to it. Working with Laura and your team is a godsend because it's seamless, but this is a 9-month process to go through. Initial concept, planning and development, then the commission, then city council, and then Jewel had to sign off, Albertsons had to sign off on everything we did. It took us a year and a half from the time we signed the LOI till we closed because there was all these work streams that we had to work through, and at any given point, remember, there was shortfalls.
And every one of them was critical, Pat.
Yeah.
The village really helped us with our partners in the back, our neighbors in the back, being able to have access. Laura, I know your team worked diligently with them, expressing how much better it would be having that drive access back there. We didn't want 5 Italian restaurants or 5 steakhouses. We wanted to give a little bit of all the experiences and then maintaining the entertainment side of it. Every step of the way was challenging and every step of the way was critical. We brought a vision that I think was needed for St. Charles, and your team being able to embrace that and seeing that from staff to the aldermen, your city officials, and the residents. We didn't get opposed at any of the meetings, knowing what they wanted for their community. It was a complete buy-in of an idea, and now it's going to become reality, but something to be said for the community, how the community supports. Everybody had to be on board, or this would have never gotten done.
Well, I think all challenges can be overcome when we have people that are near to the community and know what's going on in the community, to know what people are receptive to. So we have great staff who want to try to be creative with you all to make things work and make opportunities. The aldermen you mentioned that are in that area, I mean, they're promoting it to the community already. They've taken a lead role in making sure we know people are excited, but making sure people maintain that excitement. So I think, to your point, Eddie, the collective group, understanding the community, you can overcome any challenge when you work together.
Correct.
And you guys have been great to work with.
And so have you. So has the whole team. It's been a pleasure.